So I hit Apocalypse 15 and decided to test it properly. So we're doing Eye of the Storm tonight. Boss fight lasted about a minute and a half. Dude's a class act, but he has a couple legendaries stored up his book crack, and we want those. I didn't do any guides or videos prior to getting to this. I just messed around with what felt right, which ended up with this weird build. So if you've been following guides or running something proper meta, let me know how far off I am on this. Now, I know I'm late to the party on this game, but we got a bottle episode to fill in for. So buckle your seatbelts. Kansas is going bye-bye. Thanks very much for joining me. I'm Bishop, part-time turret narrator operator. Full-time, this probably shouldn't work, liability. And this is a friendly reminder that it's okay to not go meta and just do your own thing. Do your thing. So I'm running double turrets and the minigun. Went with the bottom three, but not all the way. There was no big, this is the build moment at the end of it. So I stopped almost at the end. I think completionists will complain. Certainly my OCD brain was kind of like, are you sure? I'm pretty sure. And started going here and there to grab these talents. I don't even know the names, but I picked up anomaly where I could and branched out and grabbed what I thought was mostly turret stuff and what felt right. So instead of just one clear path or clean path, I think it was more like I took whatever I needed and ignored what seemed a little bit off for this particular build. So stats-wise, these are simple. Anomaly power as much as I could. Skill leech was the second one, and now I'm putting points on status power. That's pretty much it. I didn't overthink it. I also didn't read the game guides, which I only learned recently that they exist. So at the time, I guess this is what I thought it would scale the diseases. And since I'm keeping the blight turret, I didn't transform it into another freezing turret. Anomaly and status and leech survive diseases and stuff. Now, gear-wise, this is where the build sort of comes in together. I'm running the 3-piece set of Borealis, Monarch, something. And I made everything revolved around the turrets and ammo sustain. So you got bleeds and creeps and feeding ammo. There's Vampiric Mag, Vein Ripper, something. I can't remember the name of the talent. And basically minigun will go burr indefinitely as long as the turrets stay up. So the idea is that you keep the turrets up, pick up the minigun, and just like shoot everything in front of you. So speaking about the turrets, by the way, I upgraded on gear. So double turret, double barrel, double bubble, piece of bubble, all the bubbles, I don't know. So you end up getting everything stacking. So the disease spreads, enemies freeze, the stuff explodes, and everything slowly realize that they're DD by the time they get to me. Now, one thing I've been doing a lot while leveling is that every time I would get pieces, I wouldn't just be, that I think that I wouldn't be using melee stuff, for example, I just got to scrap all the gear, scrap everything. So instead of chasing the upgrade, I've just been upgrading and feeding this own build. So there's more resources, a little bit of tuning, making what already works just works a little bit better because I keep scaling it. So mostly only upgrading Apocalypse gear and gear that I like these set pieces. Now, when it comes to playstyle, you don't move much. You drop the turrets and stand your ground, and the minigun is just gonna go. You might have to reposition to hit mobs here and there. It's slightly important to not get too cornered because you're basically gonna be living under the boss's nutsack. So you shoot whatever is in front of you aggressively. Aiming is gonna be a little bit overrated. Now, sometimes you might need to turn to reposition the turrets, and every boss is always going to have like some pesky ads. I don't know what they do. I don't really care what they do. You just melt them down stat, because every time you ignore ads in this game, or any game for that matter, something stupid happens, and we don't want something stupid happening. So you get those ads down ASAP, and the result is just easy peasy Eye of the Storm Apocalypse 15 done in about a minute-fiddy. I know it's not flashy. I seriously doubt this is meta. I'm not sure how clean this looks on paper, but pretty sure there's more effective builds out there. But this one works, and right now I think that's pretty much enough. dudes on farm just did Apocalypse 16, and it's more of the same, except it takes a little bit more time since not all gear has followed through with upgrades yet, at least at the time of recording this video. So that's the setup I've been running when solo, and if you got something cursed, I genuinely want to know about it. I love it when games allow us to play rogue builds, and after a few tweaks, they seem to work as intended. I'm not sure if this was the intention for these guys, but I really enjoy the fact that I can just branch out and do whatever I want with these talent trees and whatnot. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys and girls today. Thanks very much for riding shotgun. Bish, signing out.
Their leader is dead. For now. Jana, do you see anything?
I don't think so. But we're still alive, right?